Okay, so now very clearly he's saying about this one particular path that he's going to show now. Okay, and he says once I speak about this, okay, it's the action part, okay, where you use your intellect. That's why it's also called Buddhi Yoga somewhere. And at the same time, you are not running after the fruits. If you follow this path, you'll be free of fears and dangers and all these things. And it should be one resolute path. जिसका intellect many branched है, okay? जिसका intellect many branched है, उसका मन खंडित है. Many pieces the mind is into. Once this is the thing, then outside their split personality is always confused. So right now we need to check why it is said that the intellect is irresolute and many branched, not the mind. Because the mind has desires and vasanas and everything. Intellect is the reasoning ability. Mind is the thinking faculty. Okay? Thinking faculty कैसे सोच रहा है? बुद्धि बोल रहा है उसको. So the intellect says, you should do this, you should not do this. And the mind does whatever it is. Okay? So the intellect and the mind need to be a good team so that the body does the right actions. Intellect irresolute. So now we need to understand what is Swadharma. Swadharma, again, it's not going to leave us so quickly. Why we are not able to be in our Swadharma is because somewhere, okay, somewhere we honestly, let's be very honest with ourselves, we are in non-acceptance of our own self. This is difficult to understand because we feel I accept myself just the way I am. If deeply you accept yourself just the way you are, the mind cannot be khandit. It will be akhandaman, one piece. Okay, and when it is one, the self is reflecting in it directly right now. We cannot see the self because we cannot know the self also. We cannot reach the knower. The mind also cannot reach them because it is a khandit man. So why the split personality? All of us need to check. We feel we are not, but somewhere within we don't understand who we are. It's because a lot of people have told us who we are. And we gathered that from childhood. Bachpan say, like maybe when you're 1 year old or 2 years old or 3 years old, your parents told you, you're so cute, you know. Or maybe they said you're such a kind child, you know, compared to other children. Or they can say you're such an intelligent child, and etc., hardworking, etc. Like when me and Savita were working, we used to be called as century bazaars. Because हम लोग अपने ही टेबल का ही नहीं, पूरे डिपार्टमेंट का काम और बाजू का डिपार्टमेंट का काम भी चाहिए तो जाके करके आते थे. So people used to call us century bazaar. बोलते थे क्या बात है, पूरा सारी दुनिया का बोझ हम उठाएंगे. And we'd go early, leave late and stuff like that. So we were the century bazaars of the department. Okay. So this, oh, that also stuck. See, that's why it came up. It stuck inside me. Look, मैं century bazaar है, मैं सबका बोझ उठाती है. अपना ही नहीं उठाया जाता. हम लोग सबका भी उठा रहे थे साथ. So the point here is these comments will come from various places and it stays with us. And somewhere we start identifying with it. And sometimes, not this one particularly, but sometimes we get attached to it also. And to maintain that image, we start behaving in a particular way, which is not necessarily me. Okay? Then it becomes a headache. Because I was not like that. By mistake, one day I did something, suppose, and they said, wow. And then I stuck to it. And then I try to prove myself each time. Usually it happens in families, in-laws and stuff, and where the in-laws will praise you, and to keep that image, you're struggling and struggling and struggling all your life. And they actually said it simply. हमने पकड़ लिया उसको. And then we got stuck with it. And we tried to maintain that image. And finished. It could be in office. It could be anywhere actually. In school, in college, anywhere. So these images became me. But who am I? In the core, who am I? What is my essence? How will I find out? How will I know my Swadharma if all the time I'm attached to everybody outside me? And all the images that I am gathered for myself. Now I'm attached to myself and all the images. Uske piche, wo mask ke piche mein kaun hai? This we need to find out. Because there is someone who is genuine. Jaisa bhi hai. So non-acceptance, like suppose I can't sing, okay? And somebody can sing. So now I like singing. But they can sing and I can't sing. Or maybe they can do yoga and I can't do asana. Anything, take any example. Or they can dance and I can't dance. So, but I like. So I start feeling, wish I could dance, wish I could sing, wish I could do this. And all the time I'm trying to become or maybe try to ape or try to do that because I like it. I'm not jealous, but I like that thing. But who are you? What's your truth? What makes you you? What's your essence? So that is the sin, where I'm trying to move away from myself because of non-acceptance of myself. It comes in early childhood. So you have to check back, okay? It could have been like, your sister is more intelligent than you. Your brother is more dynamic than you. Or the neighbor's child is so beautiful. Stuff like that. And they didn't mean anything, the parents. They just said it. But it stayed so deeply within us that all our life, we are trying to prove that I'm intelligent. And nobody wants the proof, actually. They forgot. They said and they forgot maybe. But we kept it in our mind and it has become a stigma for us. All of you check within yourselves without blaming anybody, whoever said whatever. What is that stigma that is making you who you are other than who you are actually? If you go deeply, this is a very deep topic. If you really go deep, you will find out. And the minute you find out, you will laugh because it's not even worth it. If somebody said you're good for nothing, when you're like maybe in your college or just got a job, and you felt, I'm good for nothing, I prove to my family who I am. अरे किसको प्रूव करना है और उस चक्कर में जिंदगी निकल जाती है कभी कभी entire life is gone just to prove and probably the ones who we are trying to prove are no more. They died probably because of old age. We don't know. Or maybe they moved on. Or maybe they're not expecting it now from you. These expectations are what is causing us all the trouble, and we trying to live up to some people's expectations. You can't. You're not supposed to. They can have big, big expectations. Say, hello, good, very good, superb. But you keep your own stuff and keep your own goals and expectations. Don't live up to other people's expectations. You cannot. Today they'll have one list, tomorrow they'll have another list. Day after tomorrow it will be third list. There'll be 20 people in your life with 20 different expectations. You can't play multiple roles suddenly. Be you. It's very important. All of you just sit sometime one day, go back to your childhood and see what was the stigma that you're still holding on to. Believe me, as soon as you see it, you're done with it. And only then you can go back to who you are, to check actually who you are. Because it's like a huge mask and nobody can uncover it for you except you. Because nobody knows. So that's why they do all this, past life regressions and all. Because usme nikal ke aata hai bahar. I'm not advising you to do it, but you can do it yourself. Sit in meditation, do the chanting and just start reflecting. And find out why am I behaving. Time up, Akshita is showing me the time. So reflect and find out who you are. It's the most important thing. Okay.